Hey, it's your girl Jai. I'm back with another video. Did y'all see the BET Awards last night? They got it right this time, y'all. They actually studied the audience, and it seems to be the best one yet. Let's break it down and see what they did right. Did you know that Grammy winners get the most headlines, but the BET Award winners have the most commercial success and longevity within their careers? You want to know why? Because we are the culture, baby. We what they want. Stay with me, and I'm going to go through a few points that I personally noticed that made this one of the best BET Awards shows in a while. It seems like in previous year BET Award shows, they were not paying attention to the audience. While what they were doing, they were paying attention to the bigger performances, the bigger artists as far as their numbers, maybe their social media followings, and that may be great, but the thing about it is you have to pay attention to the audience, and I feel like that's where they missed the mark in the previous years. They were marketing to the wrong audience. That actually are big on the charts now are the ones that have the TikTok videos and the different dance moves and stuff like that. And however, I'm not knocking those. That audience did not grow up with BET like we did. I'm 40. I remember coming home or being home and making sure I had the remote to watch 106 in Park, other than my parents and my mom and my grandma trying to get the remote to watch the news, or trying to find a TV that still had cable on it so I can go in there and watch 106 in Park. I remember the excitement of, oh, I wonder who they have on today, or did this video get knocked down to number 2 and this video get knocked down to number 1. We are the ones who are still here, who grew up with that and who are nostalgic, and that brings us back to a kid feeling, or that little middle school girl, or hey, that little boy who was trying to do all the B2K dance moves. We're the ones that watch these shows, and we will continue because we go out and buy the millennial tickets and the concert tickets to go see the Keyshia Coles and the B2Ks and the Omarions and the Bow Wows and the Marios, trying to see if such and such who did the do, if Ciara and Bow Wow ever gonna do their song together on stage and stuff like that. We are the ones who watch that, and guess what? They finally got it and catered to us last night. Thank you, BET. The first way I feel like they got it right was by letting Kevin Hart host. Now, I know Kevin Hart got a gazillion of things going on, but Kevin Hart speaks to us. If he's not a millennial, he's like a Gen Z, or was it the ones right before us? Don't hold me to that. But he speaks to us, and not only does he speak to us, he speaks to some of the other audiences too. Like bringing out Kai Cenat and Drewski. He spoke to their audience. I remember him talking about Bobby Jones gospel. Bobby Jones gospel. But let me tell you something. If you was in the house on Sunday and right before you went to church and you live with your grandmother or even your mama or your daddy, don't change that channel when Bobby Jones gospel singers come on. I remember that. I remember Dr. Bobby Jones. The Usher rendition when he was going through the aisles with the cherries and stuff like that. Usher is from our generation, even though his shows sold out worldwide, but everybody remembered that. That was us going to those shows. When I say us, I mean millennials. I'm 40. That's who I'm talking to. Not only that, he just kept the laughs going. And something else that I really liked about what Kevin Hart did, and I don't know if this was just to get the show going or if it was something he personally did. He said that he wanted to make this a black tie event. Something that I really, really like about Kevin Hart, even though we all know he's funny and he gets a kick out of people and people get a kick out of him, he keeps it professional. And he wanted to try to keep, in my opinion, he wanted to try to keep this show as professional and classy based as he can, because we're always being looked at as they got their butt out of, they got their this out of, they got everybody. I don't know if you guys actually saw when they would show the wide visuals of the audience and even the close-ups. Everybody was so beautiful and so polished and in their black ties and in their nice formal gowns. It was great. I don't think we've had one like this in a while. This was great. So thanks, Kevin Hart. Again, 106 in Park. That is something that we grew up with. We saw 106 in Park start, and we saw it in, we seen it in. It was a great show. All the hosts were great. Everybody, even when you thought that a specific host was not the best, they brought out something specific. We saw their personality. And even though we were missing two of the hosts, they actually also apologized via Instagram and said or gave a reasoning why they couldn't be there. And those are things that they know that their audience wants, because they went on the press tour and were everywhere talking about the show and kind of what was gonna, not necessarily what was gonna happen, but we were expecting to see them. And the fact that we know things happen, this is life, but the fact that things came up and they offered their apologies and said, hey, we'll see you soon, we're sorry about that, that's great. That's also speaking to the audience. I love how they started off with like a mini show of 106 in Park with all those talents, Maya, Ashanti, A. Marie. That song, One Thing is still the ish, if you ask me. Gotta bring out B2K, even though we know that they're not individually getting along. They get all along for that check. Something else a millennial does. We also saw Bow Wow. Bow Wow, Mr. 106 in Park. Now, the only thing that I would say about Bow Wow with him performing the song, I can't sing it, I don't want to sing it, and I want this video to be monetized. The only thing about that is I wish that he would have brought, or I wish that Ciara would have performed that song with him. I don't know why she didn't. That really would have took the ratings through the roof, in my opinion. And I believe, and don't quote me on this, I think I've seen Bow Wow say that they have never publicly performed the song before. So to see that on this stage, that would have been awesome. Oh my God. Oh my God. That would have been awesome. Jamie motherfucking Foxx. Now, I cried. Jamie is a sage, and we are some emotional people. And I love Jamie Foxx. Now, I used to get really mad because it felt like the world or the other people caught on to Jamie Foxx once he did Ray. And that used to make me so angry. I remember I Rock Your World, Wanda. I remember Wanda, baby. I remember them lips. I can do it, but I ain't finna do it so y'all can be talking about me. I remember that episode when he came around that corner and scared the crap out of Tommy Davidson, because the story is Tommy Davidson did not know that was finna happen. I remember Wanda. I remember the Jamie Foxx show. What? I've seen all episodes. Fancy. That's where we met Garcelle Bouvet. Fancy. That's where we saw Sherry Shepherd. Hello. And a plethora of other people. So to see Jamie, and then what he went through health-wise, to see Jamie Foxx get his flowers. Jamie Foxx is the most underrated person in our culture, and I really feel that way. Comment if you agree with me. Jamie Foxx is a triple threat. Jamie Foxx is a comedian, Jamie Foxx can act, and Jamie Foxx can sing his butt off, and his CDs jam through and through, and he a Texas boy all day. So to see him get his flowers and his kids sitting there with him and them being emotional, that really got me emotional. And another thing BET got right, because I was like, when is this gonna happen? Y'all know, if y'all watch the R&B Money podcast, which I do, that's one of my podcasts I watch, everybody know that Jamie Foxx and Tank are cool. They're friends. Tank always tells a story about how Jamie helped him out. It is about doggone time that Tank does a tribute for Jamie Foxx. Come on. Again, BET got it right. Thank you. It's my time. So that was really that again. See how excited I am talking about it, because these are things that we want to see, because we grew up with Jamie Foxx. Like, come on now. Thank you, BET. Another awesome point. Now, let me tell you something. I am a Keyshia Cole fan. I love Keyshia Cole all day. I love how they allowed her to perform twice, but I definitely love her and GloRilla's performance. Let me tell you something about that new GloRilla song. Baby, that jam. I don't know who you are, where you are, when you are, but baby, that glow, that big glow, that song, what is it, type of TYPNA or what? That song go. And with the whole Keyshia Cole at the beginning of it, it go. That was an awesome performance. It was awesome. It was definitely what we needed. Snoop Dogg, Big Snoop, Snoop D-O-double-G. Again, I remember when the videos first came out. I remember rapping the Snoop Dogg. I remember all of that. I loved how he got on stage and did some of his classics. I love how he brought out, was that Corrupt? I think they're like cousins or something, but he brought out Corrupt and he brought out Warren G. Now, the Warren G thing really touched me, because I think within the news they had kind of been talking about, there had been some updates lately that Warren G was feeling a type of way about Snoop or something like that. Something to the effect, allegedly. Don't quote me on that. But to see him perform within, now what would have put the ice, and Snoop also brought out Charlie Wilson, again, that's touching another age gap. Marketing. That's to, even though him and Charlie Wilson have a personal relationship and a musical relationship, we hear through their music, but that also he allowed him to sing one of his old Gap Band songs. That's also touching our generation, because that's what we heard our parents play when we were kids. And you go out, you go whatever, you have family reunions. Those are songs that you hear playing in the background. So we know them, and we singing right along to them. They're classics. Great marketing, BT. Great studying your audience and giving your audience what they needed. Last but not least, Kirk, Uncle Kirk Franklin. Well, I ain't gonna say Uncle because I ain't never called him up, but Kirk Franklin. Again, okay, I don't know if you guys noticed, he did perform some of his newer songs, but most of those songs he performed was back in Kirk Franklin in the Family days. Them songs y'all was singing in the church choir for Easter and for Christmas plays, those songs that we grew up on going to church to, and we played outside. The stomp. Baby, let me tell you something. The skating rings, the Monday night skating rings for the church, what was that? We went to the skating ring on Monday night, and that was church night. And when I tell you how many times they played Stomp, because that was as close to what we could get to as rap, but we were still praising the Lord. And then who didn't know Salt's part in Stomp? Come on now. Again, nostalgic. Speaking to I ain't gonna say who put BET on the map, but who gave BET the highest viewers. Because at the time, we didn't have social media. We went outside and we played, but once we came back in, we may have played video games. It wasn't as big as it is now. We watched BET. That was our entertainment back in the day. So BET spoke to us, the millennials, our audience. And Kirk shut it down. Now again, something I wish could have happened, and I'm probably sure it had to do a lot with scheduling. I wish he could have brought back the family. Some of them old folks who sung. I seen Pastor what's the guy's name? Pastor John Gray in the crowd. John Gray used to be with Kirk. Like he said that he sung with Kirk. Now I don't know if he was with the family or whatever, but it would have been dope to see like Tamala and David, Isaac Curry, some of the people that originally sung under Kirk, for them to be there and sing again. That would have been dope. Oh my God, I would have lost my brains. But he still incorporated the songs, and he even threw in a little TikTok thing, because when that came on the screen, I was like, what is that? Why is he doing it like that? And somebody told me, oh, that's a TikTok thing going on. Show you how removed I am from TikTok, but whatever. Overall, BET, the 2025 BET Awards kept our eyes glued. Do y'all realize I'm in the Central Time Zone? The BET Awards started at 7 o'clock and technically didn't end till like 11:30, 11:45. That's a long show. They did an awesome job keeping our eyes glued. I really, really appreciate the thought that was put behind it. I appreciate whoever was on the marketing team doing the research and bringing it to the producers, because they did their big one. They did their work, and they realized who they were putting this out to. Also, I don't know if you guys saw it. There were a lot of celebrities in the audience. It was just not seat fillers. I saw the Brat. I saw Kerry Washington, Tashina Arnold. I saw, oh God, Gina. That's not her name. I can't say her name right now. We saw Keke Palmer, Tiana Taylor. It was Tyler Perry, Bobby Jones. It was so SZA, what's her name? The girl who do the flute. Her real name is Melissa. SZA's friend. I can't think of her name. Don't hold me to that. And then Kendrick Lamar comes running out the bag. Like, did y'all notice that? First of all, why? Now that BT, y'all, I don't know if y'all didn't know he was gonna come or not, but he came running from out the bag. Like, come on. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. I don't know if y'all realize. Leon Thomas. That Mutt song, that song goes hard in the paint. And did y'all realize that Leon Thomas was a little black boy on Backyardigans? Again, our generation. Did y'all watch the Backyardigans? I used to be forced to watch them because of, well, I didn't see it when it first came out, but when they started replaying it, or maybe that was the year it came out and I had my son. My son used to love the Backyardigans, and I kind of low-key did too, so we used to watch it all the time. Leon Thomas is the little black boy, the little black cartoon boy that used to play in Backyardigans. And to see what he's played and starred in a lot of other things too, but that song, give him all his flowers. Again, he's a part of our generation. So again, BT, awesome job taking the time to research and not just throw something out there to see if it's gonna stick. You researched the audience, you looked at what we like, what we contributed, and y'all gave it back to us. Awesome. Now I'm actually interested to see what's gonna look like next year. I'm really interested to see it. If y'all need somebody to help y'all out, holla at your girl. Well, until the next video, y'all have a good one. Bye.